Hello. Welcome to the Uncle Kelven Podcast, episode 27. Episode 27. I am your host, Uncle Kelven, Big Kelven? Oh yeah, it'll all tie in soon. You guys will be wondering, oh man, why you keep saying all that? Okay, it'll all tie in soon. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you very much. I want to give a big shout out. Check this out. A big shout out. Round of applause for all my listeners. There you go. I'm looking out for everybody. Nobody excluded. Some people like to protect their anonymity, but I know you guys are listening. So big shout outs to all you guys. I appreciate it. I couldn't do it or wouldn't do it without you guys. Even the ones that listen and say, I don't listen to this shit. Today is going to be a very good episode. We have some fun facts. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do a sort of a giveaway. It'll be explained. What else we got? I'm going to give you my opinion on a couple of Facebook posts that I've been seeing. I'm going to give you my opinion on that. And, of course, we're going to go into the most popular segment that we have on this podcast. So, let's get started. Episode 25, I believe it was. Episode 25. I had made some bets. And I was wrong on two of those bets, I believe it was. I know I was wrong about the one fight, but the one I know I was definitely wrong about was the Nick Diaz fight. But I have something to confess to my listeners. I changed my bets. Right before we had went to edit, I had changed my bets. And just to show you guys that I'm with you guys for the long haul. And I'm going to show and tell which bets that I changed. Yes, so I'm going to be honest with my listeners. So here we go. I had changed up my Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler bet. I changed that up and I put that to Robbie Lawler because I had heard that Nick Diaz had been knocked out while he was in sparring. And after that, they came out with that he had to go up in weight because he couldn't make the 170 pounds. So I changed that bet on you guys. Plus, I changed the Marlon Moraes. I had picked him to win, but then at the last moment, I changed that bet to Murad. I'm going to butcher the hell out of this guy's name until he becomes a main event. I'm sorry. Diwali. But I changed that bet. And I have also put like another bet on where I picked Dan Hooker to win against this other guy. And I ended up hitting a parlay for a few bucks. Not a lot of bucks. Just a few bucks. Just a few bucks. But because you guys are my listeners, I feel as though I could have let you guys know. You know what I mean? But that was last minute, and it's no fault of you guys. So what I'm going to do, and this is only for my listeners, the Uncle Kelven Podcast is going to give. See, I'm giving away something. The Uncle Kelven Podcast is going to give. What we going to do? How many should we do? How many should we do? We should do.
You're going out for a couple of 2, 3.
Let's do 5. Let's do 5.
5?
You say 5?
5?
You said 5. I'm going to go higher than 5 because I like my listeners. So here we go. We're going to do 7. All right, here we go. 7.
7.
We're offering 7 drinks to the first 7 customers that go to. Now, I'm plugging somebody. So here's a plug. Here's a plug to my people. And it's going to be a special plug. I just don't give plugs there. There's a restaurant, Vegan World Cafe. Vegan World Cafe is located at 5419 West North Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60639. Their telephone number is 773-729-2188. Now here we go. For the first 7 Uncle Kelven listeners, when you place your order or you go in there and you make your order, if you mention that you were sent there by the Uncle Kelven podcast, I'm gonna buy you a free drink. Whatever you drink it, I'll buy 1 free drink. I know the owner, so I'll work this out. I'll buy 1 free drink for the first 7 Uncle Kelven podcast TUKP listeners that go in there, or when you place your order and you call in and you say, Uncle Kelven podcast sent me. What I'm going to do now, me and my main man, Remy, we're going to come up with a quick jingle. We're going to give him a quick jingle to promote his business, black-owned business. It's healthy food. It's vegan, you know. I try to be vegan most of the time. You know what I mean? Even if you're not vegan, if you tell a girl that you are vegan, you seem more interested. Hey, you know I'm vegan. Oh, damn, you care about something. Oh, wow, yeah, I'm vegan. Oh, man, you probably, your semen probably tastes decent. I don't know. I'm just, hey, we're not going to include that into what we're going to do to get back on point. We're going to go ahead and give Vegan World Cafe their own jingle. And we're going to make this happen. Remember, the first 7 Uncle Kelven podcast customers that go in there. So let's go. Let's get it. All right. The place is called Vegan World Cafe. So let's, this is right off the cuff, right off the dome. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. If you need something healthy today, go to Vegan's World Cafe. There you go. We'll see how that sounds. We go run that back. I'll cut it up. Shout out to them. All right. That's what I did, because I did win a little parlay, and I'm trying to share it with you guys and share it forward. That's what I do. I was on Facebook recently. And I came across a few different posts on Facebook. A couple of people, obviously if I'm on Facebook and they pop up on my Facebook timeline, I might know them somewhat. Some people I don't know. I don't even know how they became my Facebook friend, because I keep my Facebook sort of private. You can go to Instagram and follow Uncle Kelven Podcast, +8 Entertainment, Remington on Ice, The Literate, Ron_Lamont, Animal B Bears.
You guys know us, the U.S. Sport Folk Team.
But I keep my Facebook sort of, private, because that's supposed to be family from what I heard back when I first got on it. I was on Facebook back when only cool people was on it.
Come on, Dad.
You guys, most of you guys don't remember that, because obviously you wasn't one of the privileged. But not everybody's on it, so I don't accept a lot of friend type of requests and things of that nature, and I don't get into anybody's business. But I was on Facebook, and I seen like 3 posts come up, pop, and each individual was laying in the hospital giving like a final testimonial while they in the hospital, like all of them, all 3 of them, and they had like, I'm trying to tell you, you need to listen. COVID is real out here, and I'm trying to tell you this. I can't do it. Oh, please pray for me. Listen.
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
I know people who have died. Yes, it's inevitable. Once you live, you're going to die. But no one that I've ever met in my life ever said, hey, hand me the phone so I can go ahead and get on Facebook and make this final testimonial of how I'm doing on whatever. Now, you doing that for likes and subscribes or followers? I don't know. I can't understand it. So I don't take it seriously. When most of you people do this, I do not take it seriously whatsoever. And it's not because I don't care. Some of you people I care about. I care about some of y'all. But I don't want to be trapped up in none of y'all complete nonsense. And it's like I said, it's just that I know if you was in that much pain or that much agony, your first thought shouldn't be, let me go on Facebook and go live to let people see the pain and agony I'm in, unless it was for some type of other motive that I don't know. That's what I meant on that. So I would tell you guys, watch this transition. I would tell you guys and give you some advice. Don't do that again. With that being said, here we go. Uncle Kelven's unsolicited advice.
One of my favorite things is to dole out unsolicited advice when no one has asked me for it.
Remember, please hashtag TUKP advice, and I will hit you guys with this knowledge that you need to know, the things that you need to help you better yourselves in life. Everyone needs to be bettered some way. I take advice all the time. I'm drinking water right now, so you probably hear some drinking going on. Like, man, what's he drinking? I'm drinking water. It's very good for you. So let's get into it. How many questions do we have today? Let's see how many questions. How many questions we got? We got 4?
5.
4? 5. We got 5 questions? 5. All right, then. Let's go. 5 questions. All right. Question number 1. This comes from Connor G. Oh, Connor G. That's see, that's what I'm saying. You give me the ones that I know, the people. Give it up for Connor G. He's a former guest here at the Uncle Kelven podcast. You see, I help people that I know, people I don't know. This is good. Question from Connor G. Here we go. Connor G's question is, Terrence Bud Crawford is scheduled to fight Sean Porter. How come Terrence Bud Crawford hasn't been more vocal in the promotion of this fight? All right, then, Connor G, I'm going to answer your question. I appreciate you listening and sending in questions. I appreciate that. All right, then, let's go. Then, and to dig deep on this is a really unsolicited question. Because Connor knows that we both know someone who knows Terrence Crawford very well. Like I said, I protect people's anonymity when it's necessary. So we both know someone who knows Terrence Crawford personally, and I have met Terrence Crawford once before. He's a very, very nice young man. As far as a fighter goes, he is pound for pound number 1, maybe number 2 if you can go ahead and put Earl Spence in there. But like I say, 1 easy, 2, maybe 1 easy though. All right. The reason why he's not being more vocal, well, I think he'll be more vocal once the fight becomes closer at hand. Sean Porter, who's a decent fighter, he fights like a washerwoman. He just rushes in and throws punches. I'm pretty sure Terrence isn't like worried about his fighting style. So Terrence will probably go ahead and will probably take him out within like 5, 6 rounds. Thank you for the question, Connor G. But we do have a fight coming up this weekend. This weekend we have The third fight. Is that the third fight? Yes, it is. It's the third fight of Terrence Crawford. No. Take that back. I was still thinking about Terrence.
Pause.
I'm sorry. It's Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. I'm giving you this stuff right off the cuff. This is all off the cuff. All right, so this weekend we have Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. This is their third fight. Their first fight occurred and it was a draw. Deontay Wilder was able to knock down Tyson Fury with a left and a right.
Pulling another upset. There's a right cross that lands for Fury. Oh, down goes one Fury. Mamma mia! Deontay Wilder has done it.
Put this man down. He put him down, people. The Bronze Bomber put him down from Alabama. But Tyson Fury rose up like the Undertaker and came back, put on a decent ending, ended up getting a draw. He got a draw, got a rematch. Deontay Wilder gave him a rematch, people. Tyson Fury worked him. I mean, he worked him. Pushed him back, gave a stronger jab. Overhand right was nice. He was stepping on his foot. He was doing all things that professional fighters do to people that they know don't know the ins and outs and certain techniques of spinning and putting the palm up against the face and palming his face and then hitting him with a right hand and then pulling his palm back and popping him with the jab. Certain things like that. Old school techniques. People say it's dirty, but it's fighting. The ref don't call it. And he was getting pummeled. And he got pummeled so bad, his trainer, gold medalist, Mark Breland, I know he was in the Olympics. He came out with Pernell Whitaker, Evander Holyfield, Meldrick Taylor, that class. And Mark Breland threw in the towel to save this man's life.
Just coasting back into that neutral corner, and now Fury's looking to split the guard as Wilder's in bad shape. This fight is over. A TKO victory. There is only one. There is only one. Crown the king, the lone undefeated heavyweight champion of
You
the
could see the disorientation on this man's face when he lost, and he ran up to Mark Breland. And Mark Breland was like, man, you're bleeding out of your ear. You're getting hit and you're not responding. I got to do it. I got to try to save you. No, don't. You can't stop the fight. I'm supposed to die on my shield. I'm supposed to die. So now you want to die. So Mark Breland can't get a job again as nobody trainer. Because I wouldn't want him training my fighter. If I was a fighter and you got killed, I wouldn't want your training camp. Anybody that was involved with that, I would not hire them again. What you decide to do was say that he stopped it or he shouldn't have thrown in the towel, which I don't think Mark Breland had any bad intentions for you. He just didn't want you to get hurt. So now you changed him out, got a new trainer. I don't know how long you've been with Mark. I'm pretty sure for quite a while. And you had no losses, all knockouts, but you want to blame him. All right, so you change, you get a new trainer, and Tyson Fury is still calling you out. He gets the virus infection, whatever. He gets that. The fight gets postponed. So now you're like, well, he didn't really have it. And plus, he had cheated me the first fight. He had weights in his gloves. You said he had egg weights in his gloves. I'm going to explain something to you. To put egg weights in your gloves has to make your arms heavier, right? That's the effect of putting weights in your hand. It makes your arms heavier. So over the amount of rounds, his punches would have been slower because his hands were heavier. I don't know what type of sense you make it on that. I don't know who told you that. You didn't really say, because I had gotten to an argument recently with a buddy of mine because he said, oh man, he said it was the suit. You never said it was the suit. You said that your girl said it was a suit, but you never said it was a suit. You said it was egg weights in his hands, his gloves didn't have the right padding, and Mark Breland shouldn't have threw in the towel. All right? I'm going to say this for you, because the fight's coming up this weekend. By the time this comes out, the fight will have been to happen, so it'll be a time, freezed in time right now. Freeze it. All right? It'll be freezed in time. Here is my prediction for this fight. Tyson Fury will knock out or stop, knock out, you know what it is, Deontay Wilder. I hate to say it, bruh, because you seem like a nice dude, but the stuff you did as far as throwing other people under the bus, come on, man. I'm sorry, but Tyson Fury, because he's talking real confident. He's talking cocky. He's talking big time cocky, like, I'm going to fucking knock this Dawson out.
No matter if it's Deontay Wilder or whoever it may be, it doesn't really matter to me because it's a Tyson Fury roadshow and it's been continuing for 13 years. So it's just how we do it, you know. And as soon as I knew that if I got that hurdle out the way, then I knew that things would be good and I could concentrate on the fight. And that's exactly what I did.
With that being said, everybody, hey, if you got a chance, put your money on Tyson Fury. He will knock out Deontay Wilder before the 5th round. 5 rounds, before 5, you're out of there. I'm sorry.
Uncle Kelvin's unsolicited advice.
Question number 2. All right, this question comes from Ninja Turtle 35. Ninja Turtle 35 has a question. It's very lengthy.
All right,
Thank you for handing this to me. So this is going to test my reading skills along with my improv. It's easy for me to say. It's going to test my reading skills and my improv skills because this is quite lengthy. So here goes. What are you supposed to do when you don't like the people who include you to hang out, but the people you want to hang out with don't include you? That's the question. They have a long, lengthy follow-up. I'm going to read it and summarize at the same time. So let's go. Sorry for the awkward word title. You are absolutely correct. Basically, I have nobody I would generally call a friend. There are 2 guys who occasionally invite me to do stuff with them, like go to a movie, and I always go because they're literally the only people who even bother to talk to me. But I don't particularly like these guys all that much. We have nothing in common, nothing really to talk about, and I'm always a little uncomfortable around them.
Dude?
There are a few people I met recently who I like very much, but they already have their own friend group that I'm clearly not a part of. I've hung out with these people a few times, and it was a lot of fun every time, but none of them reach out to me. I'm clearly not a part of their group. I've hung out with these people a few times, but when I reach out to them, none of them, more often than not, either ignore or tell that they're busy. What can I do? I'm an adult. Listen, I'm not here to belittle. I'm not like the rest of these people that give advice and try to belittle their people that ask for advice. I'm going to help you out, okay? So I'm going to finish reading your question. I'm an adult, so it's not really easy to just make new friends, end quotes. I have a job, but the people I work with are all much older than me. They live pretty far, and it would be weird to hang out with them. How do people even make friends as adults? I'm tired of being lonely. Aww. All right, then. So I'm going to answer your questions. First of all, the motherfuckers you want to hang out with don't want to hang out with you, man. All right? They don't want to hang out with you. Okay, so get it in your skull. These motherfuckers probably like, hey, this motherfucker ain't the type of dude we want to hang out with. You feel what I'm saying? So the motherfuckers you hanging out with, hang out with them. Hang out with motherfuckers who want to hang out with you. Don't try to be around motherfuckers who don't want to motherfucking be around you, dog. That's going to make you feel like you're feeling right now. So when you hanging out with them motherfuckers, suggest something. If you don't like what they doing, like, hey, man, I like, man, like, fucking with y'all or whatever, man. But when I was hanging out with these other dudes, you know what I'm saying, we was doing Woo Woo Wop the Band. Maybe y'all was playing Top Golf, or maybe y'all was playing Whirly Ball. Maybe y'all was doing that. So you just gotta either try to find some new friends, but don't go ahead and try to be friends with people that's not trying to be friends with you, dog. That shit ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? How do you make friends as an adult? You don't make friends as an adult, man. Shit just happen, okay? You see a motherfucker, he see you, yeah, you don't go out trying to make friends as adults. As a man, you don't do that. It's organic. But I'm glad you sent your question in.
Uncle Kelven's unsolicited advice.
This question comes from Patient Dog. Okay, then. This is also a quite lengthy question. Y'all giving me the long, lengthy questions. You're testing my reading ability and my improvisational skills. All right, so here we go. Question. Patient Dog. I was accused of cheating, and now I don't want to be intimate. Okay, so let's go. Hello, my fiance and I have been together for about 8 years, and as far as I know, neither one of us have ever cheated throughout our doing so. We are very close, have sex often, and are each other's best friends. Wow, okay then. Over the weekend, I was accused of cheating after we talked, and she realized she had made a mistake, accusing me of doing so. We spent the day together, and she felt really bad for everything. Of course she did. She accused you of cheating if you said you wasn't cheating. Although it really hurt my feelings, I forgave her and decided it was just all a big misunderstanding and communication. But, here comes the but. It's always a but. I haven't wanted to be intimate, cuddle, have sex, or anything since it happened. I need some advice. How do I get over this? I just feel offended and hurt and don't want to be close to her right now. Man, I'm glad you tuning in. Patient Dog, I'm going to give you your advice. This you need to do. Now, she accused you of cheating. I don't know why she accused you of cheating. You said it was a miscommunication. So obviously, I don't know what that's about. Y'all been together for 8 years. You just got to get real freaky with her, dog. I'm sorry, fam. You get real freaky with her. Whatever, put it like this. The freakiest thing that you ever thought about doing, that's what you got to do with her. You say, hey, baby, check this out. I'm going to lather myself up in chocolate or lather you in chocolate. We going to be some chocolate lovers, or I'm going to lather you up in some, like I said, it's all inclusive here. You can lather her up in some marshmallow foam or whatever, and y'all get it in. You know what I mean? Y'all got to go ahead, and she apologized or whatever. You just got to get her to do the freakiest thing that you want her to do. I'm not going to get all into that because this ain't that type of podcast for the Uncle Kelven podcast. Please stay tuned, though, because certain things we'll be dealing with when it comes to those natures. But on this one, we won't be dealing to it. Just tell your girl to get real freaky. Tell her, put on some, take off some, put on 8, take off, put on, throw on some videos. Like I said, Vanessa Del Rio, do a reenactment of a Vanessa Del Rio scene with you and her. How about that?
Uncle Kelven son solleciti d'advice.
Question number 4. All right, this question comes from Deep AD 91. This is also a very long question. Wow, you guys are really hitting me with the long questions today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, then. It starts off, who the fuck is Kiki?
I don't know no fucking Kiana.
Okay, then. Like I said, they have a very lengthy background to this. My roommate and I moved into a new place in Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta, A-Town, okay? On our first weekend, someone knocked on the door asking for Kiki. I said, we just moved in. No Kiki here. A week later, another dude, and another dude, and another dude. I kid you not, it has been like 10 different dudes who showed up. And now, when they show up, I'll just open the door and be like, Kiki? And they reply, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Hella dudes pull up here thinking she lives here. Usually funny until tonight. He says someone pulled up at like 1:30 a.m. asking for Kiki. And I'm like, dog, I don't know no fucking Kiki.
Shut the fuck up! Listen!
Blah, blah, blah. She don't live here. He honestly wrote blah, blah, blah. I didn't say blah, blah, blah. I might say, you know what I'm saying? But he wrote blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. She don't live here. 3 a.m., someone is honking and screaming in my driveway, saying something about scamming or some shit. This is what he's saying now. These are his words. I'm not even improvising this. Okay? So y'all say, wow, he doing a lot of cursing. No, this is his words. Drives by 3 times and threw trash on my driveway. I was still in my boxers and definitely did not want to go out there. I'm not freaking out, but this should definitely end. Gonna put a sign up saying Kiki doesn't live here.
Kiki just died!
Should I contact the police? This is such a bizarre situation. It's weird because someone has to be sending them our address. All right, so here we go. Should you contact the police? All right, I'm going to be honest with you. You say you're going to put a sign out, which is like really fugazi. Don't like cause attention to your house. Send the police to your crib, man, and let the police know somebody coming over there and they threatening you. So that way, if something happens, you can go ahead and defend yourself. Obviously, somebody named Kiki, she was turning tricks out that boy. She was doing whatever she was doing. You know what I'm saying? And whoever they is, they bold enough that if a dude show up, they ain't even caring. They don't care you a dude. They like, where Kiki at? She ain't here? Okay then, where she at, man? You know what I'm saying? So they looking at you like you know what I mean? You ain't about that. Because you can show up in your boxes and they ain't scared. You know what I mean? If I pull up in my boxes, it's going to be some people scared out there. Guarantee you that much. Because I'm either coming to fuck or fight. Either way it go, I ain't going to lose. I'm just kidding, man. Call the police, though, Joe. Call the police and let them know and then get you some protection. You in Atlanta, man. I think y'all can do something with something down there. All right, let's go. Last question, please. Last question.
Consejos no solicitados de Uncle Kelven.
Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. But y'all, okay, here it goes. This question comes from Unicorn 79. Unicorn 79 has sent in a few questions before. They are obviously a listener of the Uncle Kelven podcast. Please make sure you hashtag TUKP advice. We can get these questions in so that way we have enough that we don't have to listen to Unicorn 79. No offense, Unicorn 79. I don't even know what your question is right now, but they told me that you have a question. And because of your previous questions on other podcasts and other episodes of the podcast, I don't know what your tone would be. So let's go. What is Unicorn 79 question? They ask, how much money do you make?
Bro.
Hashtag I don't listen to the Uncle Kelvin podcast. All right, Unicorn 79, I'm going to let you know something. That is a real brazen question to ask someone about how much money they make. That's real, how do they put it, lower class. With all due respect, sir. It's very, or ma'am, I don't know. It's very lower class. So with that to say, Unicorn 79. I make enough money to take your mama out to get some crab legs and maybe some fried chicken wings with some mild sauce on them. What about that? So you shut your goddamn mouth, Unicorn 79. But then again, I might only be a peasant when it comes to you, sir, or ma'am. Other than that, though, shut your goddamn mouth, All right, everybody. With that being said, thank you very much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Remy. Hit him with the vegan World Cafe slogan on the way out. Thank you very much, everybody. Peace. Appreciate it. Thank you. If you need something healthy today, go to Vegan's World Cafe, located at 5419 West North Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60639. Telephone number 773-729-2188. If you need something healthy today, go to Vegan's World Cafe,